All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to cover a very important story about what's been happening with Markus Adrian's channel, about this whole drama with Bernd Skorupinski. Now, if you have not seen the drama, we're going to be checking out his page right as we see here, and we'll check out his latest video about it because this situation is absolutely ridiculous, guys. But before we look into it,
I don't think so. No, 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 no.
Subscribe now.
No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen.
let's check out these posts right here. So first off, we have some craziness. One, he posted his last video, but we see all these strikes. Now, if you don't know about the YouTube system, 3 strikes and you're out. You can pretty much lose your entire channel. They'll delete it off of a whim. Just it's gone forever. And it's like absolutely crazy. But when you start to really get into it, like why these things are happening, it's because of one individual. Markus has been making videos constantly about Bernd Skorupinski. Let's call him Bernd. Bernd's content. Now, it's interesting that when you make content, criticizing, making some things highlighted, that an individual will do a copyright strike. Now, maybe they had some, copyrighted material like music or stuff like that, which is understandable. But if you're making videos that are actually diving into what they sell, how much they sell it for, which we're going to get into for his $10,000, trading course and mentorship, if you believe that's how much it's worth and how, it's going to make you rich, but
We are going to be rich.
But for me, as I see this stuff, it really is designed to get people to stop talking about something, which is very interesting. So when you start, cause this happened to my channel when we were talking about certain fake gurus and showing some of the receipts of them, basically flaunting and flexing. But when we started to expose them, they did not like that type of criticism, so they did a whole bunch of blanket copyright strikes, which we got all reversed, and we had YouTube basically just apologize for what they did incorrectly. What I hope the same scenario happens in Markus's case, because as we see now, we see all these copyright strikes about him being exposed, his mentorship training cap, and his history. It seems like there's more red flags popping up on Bernd's side than is happening on Markus's. But we're going to dive deep into this video, give him his salt. And it's interesting. This video was just posted 10 hours ago. I'm happy he posted after. I was supposed to do this yesterday. But as we get into this information, we can see that if this happens to a channel, we need documentation to see, show YouTube, hey, this is the type of stuff that's happening. This guy doesn't like to be, exposed enough, especially someone who has a big YouTube channel.
Hey, what is up, you guys? I thought I would give a little update video because a lot of you don't know what's going on. Maybe you missed the post that I posted. Basically, what Bernd Skorupinski has done is he's filed some copyright strikes. The last one was actually not himself. This was actually a podcast that he was on. So he literally asked the guy whose podcast he was on, whose content.
And also, guys, for the audience who's watching, and how you can help Markus in his channel. If you're buying his course or using, Bernd's course, send some screenshots or send some information to him to help him out, because once that can, fire some more ammunition to help him make better content or make more in-depth content. So if he's going to expose Bernd, he can actually show more receipts.
I used like a 10-second clip of to file a copyright strike on my channel. So I went to all these links to contact this guy called DiviTradeFX to file a copyright on my video, and thankfully that is getting resolved, because there is no way that they actually have filed a real case against me in court. There's no way for a 10-second clip. But what this really comes down to is just the abuse of the copyright system on YouTube.
That is a very big part, guys. I mean, I absolutely hate that part. Like, YouTube, it has a very good platform, has one of the biggest out there when it comes to videos, pays the best. Like, it's one of the best platforms. But this whole copyright issue, how a lot of the content creators can just put it out there without showing some type of evidence. I think they need to add that in there so it doesn't have a bunch of blanket, like, hey, I don't like this video. And I'll show you guys a good example. If you go back to my channel and we start making videos about, said individual, be like, hey, this is copyright. Well, there is a fair use, as long as we're modifying it, changing it, and adding value to it. Then we're not really essentially, stealing it. We're actually modifying and creating. We're basically using their art to make our own art. And this is the type of stuff that's very interesting, that if you talk about something that they don't like, they'll delete it, block it, do what they can to get rid of it. Similar to what happened to me earlier, a few months ago, actually. We go back, where was that at? Actually, I think I covered it right here. That's the last big video. But since we're out of YouTube jail, we know how to operate a little bit, better. I hope that this situation gets patched with an update, so people can't just send blanket, hey, this has been copyrighted.
To basically just silence what we're doing here, guys. Now, if you saw the Bernd Skorupinski video, you remember this website called the OTC Question, right? And this website was offline. He actually got this website taken down for about a couple of days, but thankfully we got the website back, and there's some new stuff that I want to go over real quick, and that is the real performance out of the OTC, and it's not looking very good. So this was made by a guy who is in the OTC, and he has...
Now, this is interesting. When we go back to this, like, these are receipts, for him being, a trader. And you start seeing that, Nick, Bernd, all these people will have some negatives. But if you look at their home channel, like we go back to Bernd's channel right here, you'll see stuff like, negative 10,000, 55,000. Like, you start seeing people just win. We don't see much of a losing on his channel. Now, not saying he doesn't lose, but a lot of the content, is geared for people to buy into the course. We see a lot of that, especially when we see like the click the link below. Like we'll see something that's FTML all-time record holder, third-party verified track records, 2 million a book, 11 years of full-time trading, CEO of online trading campus. There's a lot of stuff writing on this. So when they have negativity out there, they will do possibly anything to get rid of it.
Out of the OTC, and it's not looking very good. So this was made by a guy who is in the OTC, and he has tracked literally all of the trades that have been given out by Bernd as well as other people in the OTC, and there's literally one mentor who's actually profitable, and that is Chris. The rest is negative, guys. You can see that the holding times are insane, right? Bernd holds things for 1 to 2 months, and most of them hold for weeks of time, and it's ending up in a stop loss. But now it definitely makes sense why they...
This is actually, I'm happy you brought this up, and I hope this video doesn't get deleted, because what might end up happening is that this type of information will be deleted off his channel, because they're going to copyright strike saying, hey, you're showing important information, stuff like that. Like more red flags that, give me a second, I got to send this text to him. Hey, waiting on you. He's in a different time zone, so he's pretty much asleep right now. But I was trying to get him on the other video. That's one that's going to be coming up later on today. And that's going to be him and me basically reviewing some of the funny AI face removals or face swaps I did on Bernd. And I think it'd be really enjoyable for you guys to check out. But this video here, guys, I hope it stays. But most likely, as they keep on copyright striking his stuff, most likely the stuff's going to get removed, so people on Instagram or other platforms be able to see this and don't have to worry about that type of stuff.
They would not want this information getting out there, because it just looks really, really bad. Imagine spending 5K holding trades for so long, hitting stop loss after stop loss. It looks really bad. Also, one of the indicators...
And another big thing about this, how many other accounts that they did this with? So if they're taking negative trades, and this is just like a question, but like, if he's taking 5 or 6 trades, 7 to 8 trades and losing, or taking multiple platforms or so multiple challenges and he's blowing them, how many of these, because we don't see the amount of restarts at all, we just see, hey, he blew one account. Does he have a copy trader? There's multiple things to it, because when it comes to prop firms, we see a lot of these guys always say, hey, I'm winning, but he may have won once in this series, but the rest of the attempts are all failures.
That Bernd uses, it's not available right now because the government shut down in the US, so they're missing one indicator, so maybe they can't.
And COT data, guys, is absolutely amazing. This is like kind of a little off topic. I use COT data. Some of my favorite people that I watch, like Mike Maloney, also Peter Schiff. COT data is basically committed traders. It'll break down the big people, the banks, small retail traders, what they're getting into, and basically show it on a chart like green, red, and blue or yellow. And it'll basically tell you what interests they're in. It's actually really helpful for long-term projections.
and execute the strategy, but that's just for 2 or 3 weeks now that is going on. It also just shows a little bit of what's going on right now, where the strategy may not be working as well. We also obviously have these tariff things going on. So when you're holding things for like 1, 2, 3 weeks or months maybe, then you know you can have like a wick like we just had with the tariffs being announced and stuff. You have like,
well, yeah, just watching the video, even worse than I thought. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like, just looking at these numbers, like, let's go back a little bit. We're at 228. Hopefully this video doesn't get deleted, man. I really hope it doesn't get this video copyright striked. Look at this P&L. Well, not so much a P&L, like their overall total loss. Burnt, gosh, man, was it 148,000? Like, I don't see him post this type of stuff. Like when I went through before I actually, started the video, started to create it, I didn't see Burnt bring up any of this type of stuff. Like you don't see it on his page, on his social media. You don't see any of that. Like, hey, I'm taking losing trades. We just see, to me, like when I watch these influencers, like all they're doing is winning. A good example is when I saw the podcast with Burnt on Fresh and Fit, which I can bring that up real quick. Give me a second. So it's Burnt on Fresh and Fit. Give me a second. He did this actually a few days ago. Not, I know it's not too long ago. Where is it at? Burnt for. Oh, here it is. So he went on the Fresh and Fit podcast. This is the clip. Where's the full interview? Maybe it's in the video. But basically, he was talking about prop firms, how to flip your money and stuff like that. Basically, I would say in a sense showing off how many wins, and it was actually
to her spot. That's weird because you don't know what she's up to. She might rob.
It's a good segue for them to actually make money and stuff. That's part of their platform. But we got triple. Yeah, thanks. He just watched that video. Yeah, it's pretty crazy for this right here. We'll go back to the 2-minute mark.
we haven't seen many payouts from him lately, like on YouTube. All he does is complain about other prop firms or other mentors or stuff like that, but he doesn't really show his results anymore like last year. And by the way, his results from FTMO, if we think about it, it's not that big of a deal. We don't know how many challenges he actually took from FTMO.
That is the key. We don't know how many challenges he took, because usually, I mean, how I would, think about it. If I was an influencer and you really want people to buy your program, all you would need to do is what? Say, hey, I made X amount of gain. I passed this challenge. Cool. But how many results? So just say this. You're trading pound yen, for example. You did one going long with this amount, one going long with this amount, and then short, long. Like just did a combination of that, or you did that on multiple accounts. One is going to win and hit your TP eventually. And if you do that enough times in a series, you'll burn like $200, a couple $100 across the board. But it only requires one person to sign up for your course to make up those fees. And that's why I tell a lot of these individuals that on this channel, that a lot of these people are just flexing to pass these challenges just for you to click the link below. They get the affiliate link kickback, and they also get you to sign up for their course. So that one course sale pays for all their challenges they took, and the business repeats. Especially if they're the very big platform like Bernd, 150,000, or I think how many people on his channel. And you start to think about it. If this course is $5,000 to $10,000, and he spent, let's say, $2,000 to do one video, then you have to say, okay, now we have 10 people sign up. I burned $10,000 to do the video, whatever, and I made $50,000 just from one video. And this is how a lot of these influencers do, because the real money's being made off of the sales and not so much from trading.
It was real quick. I did it, and so can you. All you have to do to learn the secret of my success is send me money.
You guys are gonna be rich, guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Big deal.
That's right. It's as simple as that. Get out your checkbook, credit card, and wallet and send them to me.
I don't know who you are or what you want, but let me give you my credit card number.
So just like Courage, guys, we just know that a lot of these type of things are based off their sales, based off of people just giving them money.
TMO. Maybe he bought like 10 challenges of 200k every month, and he kind of did risky stuff with them, like risking 2-3% per trade, and then it's pretty easy to get those bigger payouts. You know, some of my friends do it as well, and now he's banned from FTMO. Maybe that's one of the reasons.
That's a good question, because he brings up that, you know, he's banned from FTMO. Is it because he did a whole bunch of challenges knowing that, you know, one is going to win, one or two are going to win, and then after that you get one big giant payout, and then basically it's kind of like it's almost like gambling in a sense, like proper way of gambling, not trading, because if you're just going long, short, do that across the board and do this enough times, one of them is going to pass. And if one of them passes and you can sell that in a video, package it in a video, and then have that be bought by the masses, spending $5,000 to $10,000, now you have a very well groomed guru or foo or whatever you want to put it as. But
scamming everybody now.
Allegedly,
that's ignorant.
Reasons why he's banned. Maybe he was doing too risky of trading strategies. If we just look here above, he has a 40% win rate, but it does seem like some of his losses, like this 36k, it's maybe close to one of his wins, which is 37k, and it seems that his RR is not that good, man. It just seems like his RR is like 1-to-1s and 0.5 even percent per trade, because I think he used to go for like 1-to-3s, and it seems that now it's all over the place, the risk management. But yeah, if you have a 40% win rate and you're doing like 1-to-1s, it's just not going to work. You need, with a 40% win rate, you need at least 1-to-2s, 1-to-3s for it to actually make sense, right? But yeah,
I mean, that's common math. Like if you're talking about like if you get that 1-to-10, then you can make up on a 40%. If you're a little bit less than that. But with Bernd not being transparent and showing off this stuff for 2025, this is, you know, a bunch of red flags as it is.
This is not looking good. So let's look at the only profitable mentor. Oh, well, maybe because he only has 3 trades. Maybe that's why he's the only one profitable. And it looks like he had a gold long. Well, anybody can trade gold and have a win with buying gold lately. So I mean, yeah, now it's obviously switching trend, but yeah, I mean, this is not too impressive, guys. Well, guys, I mean, this is definitely looking really bad. Now, guys, another thing.
Now, we'll see, especially about this. I hope that his stuff doesn't get taken down. Now, also, my own video, since I'm reacting to his type of content, which I told Markus about, hopefully he can wake up early enough to catch this next stream right here, where we're going to be basically checking out burnt videos that I made with his face swapped on other people, and it basically is making fun of him, because this stuff right here is absolutely crazy. I mean, I don't understand. Like, we're all on YouTube. I think it's all about a lot of fun, but when it comes to this type of content, that him, you know, copyright striking people's material just because they're talking about you, either in a negative or positive light, it's crazy.
That I want to show you is this trading view alternative called Coinbase, and basically over here we can get all kinds of data, right? But we can get the relative strength A/B, right? So we can compare, you know, Tesla to the S&P 500, and this is basically what Bernd sells you. This is one of his indicators, literally, that will compare like Tesla's performance against the S&P 500, right? And if it's like underperforming or overperforming, you can see that. But basically you can get Bernd's indicators for free as well. They're just like built in here. So what he's telling you is not custom indicators, guys. And you can get a lot more here, guys.
I wonder if actually that's being exposed, if he's selling something that's essentially free. I bet a lot of people who are spending $5,000 to $10,000 to buy his program are even more pissed, especially since only one of the traders are profitable out of the group.
You can literally get data of, you know, cash flow, depth of the company, all that stuff. But anyway, one of the other things, right, the COT that is using, it's not even available because of the government shutdown. But like we said, seasonality, it's a built-in feature of TradingView that we covered as well.
And
so
if you guys want to use, I'd say TradingViews are pretty good. Use barcharts.com. Go to barchart.com, type in, just go to Google, type in bar chart, and then type in COT data. Oh my gosh, it is so crisp. I like it a whole lot better than TradingViews.
So what he's telling you is actually like institutions may use that data a little bit, but they actually have a much more comprehensive way of looking at data. I mean, those things don't really matter. So what he has is basically a support and resistance strategy, which is supply and demand, which is stuff you can learn for free, guys. You can learn that from ICT or wherever you want to learn it from. And that's just basically...
Learn from ICT?
Stop the cap.
He's one of the most legit traders out there, right? Oh, man.
What he's teaching you, right? It's not that big of a deal. It's really nothing special. And that's why it's got a pretty low win rate as well. So how does this guy get such huge payouts from FTMO? Well, I think he just bought a lot of challenges and kind of did huge risky stuff. So he would get some big runners, some big wins, and he could post about those. That's what I think really happened. I mean,
that stuff right there is typically what the salesman will do, the salesman's guru will do. Just create or buy a whole bunch of these challenges, like I've been saying multiple times, and then boom, have people buy that program. It's essentially one of the easiest. I mean, it's just it sucks the way they do it, and people don't think it through, but they're like, wow.
Stop it. Get some help.
Let Michael get into it. But when you see a lot of influencers talk about how much money they make and how much they trade, you gotta ask them, like, hey, how many challenges have you? Like, I would really, before I buy a influencer's program, you'll think to yourself, why are they trying to sell it at this price point? Are they transparent? We can go through the whole entire checklist. We got AFed. It's crazy to think that I used to watch a lot of burnt content a while back. Same, like until me and Marcus started talking about burnt, I really didn't jump into his content so much. I did like a reaction video here and there, and check out his stuff because he said he did a lot of FTMO. I saw that. I saw the payouts. So reacting to a lot of videos that was interesting, different perspectives. But as the research dives deep more and more to his sales, more into his actual trading, there's so many more red flags that start popping up, and then you're like, you know what? I actually kind of feel a little bit,
I know it's embarrassing, but I simply can't help myself.
Like,
stop the cap.
Just about that. It's a waste of time watching fake trader. Happy to have you guys exposing, saving us time from watching fake traders. There is so many out there. I mean, later on during the week, I haven't made the thumbnail yet, but you'll see it could pop up. It's going to be a Kelly OG video, and it's the same type of material from Kelly OG, but the female swaggy C form of an actress. You know what I mean? Just all entertainment, very little substance. And there's a big click the link below, and that click the link below is just some course or academy with some type of mentorship that's not actual live trading. It's just a lot of trading view and said, hey, my actual entries are coming in, but we never see the P&L. We don't see the equity bump up and down. It's more of the same. And it's usually they think we're dumb.
I do not want to look dumb. I don't like looking dumb.
How we get that happening, guys. So let's go back to this video here.
He could have had a good salary, could have bought a lot of challenges and done it that way. So yeah, he's just actually using very simple things that institutions definitely don't rely on. Just to kind of finish this off, guys, you can find all this information on the otcquestion.com, and you can see this new stuff added. And maybe if there's more stuff, there'll be more stuff on the website as well. But yeah, basically it just goes over all of the stuff. Also how he was, over risking on some of the trades. So this could really be the way that he's got to the FTMO leaderboards, by over risking, doing a bunch of challenges. And obviously you could get banned for that kind of behavior where you're just excessively buying a lot of challenges and trying to pass them quickly by over leveraging.
We're talking about very risky material, man. But thank you, man, for actually making the stream.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And welcome to new people coming in.
Welcome.
But that's like the biggest parts. I hope this video stays up. It's actually doing really good on his channel. If you watch the original, watch it on Marcus's channel. I know he's going through some issues, and I hope that this stays and he keeps on growing his channel, because I get really tired of these influencers trying to take down people's channels, even if it's negative. They should see this stuff and if I was him, I would see this kind of video, but like, you know what? I'm gonna start live trading my material, showing these people the actual payouts, and not having this way around. Because a lot of traders, if they see this type of stuff like that, either me or him expose, like I put in a better example, Lance. Lance has some huge claims. He talks about being $100 million, verified. I'm like, okay. And then when it comes to this right here, this will be later on, 10K to 7 million. Like, what type of stuff with that? We have so many massive claims. Is this stuff true? Similarly to Bernd. We have so many people we have individuals making these massive claims, and we'd like to see if any of it's real. So, this in a nutshell, guys. If you think about buying someone's course, buying into their program, be aware of what it is, who they are, how they're selling it, any type of proof, you know what I mean? It will save you a lot of time, because you don't want to buy into somebody's program that doesn't have like a return policy, and then you send them money with crypto and the course sucks, all the traders are unprofitable. Like, just got to do your research, guys. But that's the video. If any question or comments, let me know. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Thanks for hanging out on the stream. I'm going to be getting the next stream ready, but don't forget to
join us. 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 Join us.
Welcome to the valley.
Yeah, guys. But I will see you guys. Actually, before we go, I've got the most other important thing. The list is at 9.5 pages, guys. I'm adding some more that I'm be doing next week for exposures. If you guys want me to expose somebody, I'll add them to the list and see how I can fit them in my schedule. I do the best that I can, guys, when it comes to these research points, and going through all their material. It takes a very long time. So like the video, subscribe. We're almost at 9,000. Hopefully we hit it today or tomorrow. I will be posting a new edited video today right here, and I hope you like it. It's going to be about prop firms and basically the ins and outs, some negatives and positives about prop firms. If you haven't checked out my last recorded video, course sales, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and thanks for hanging out with me, guys.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.
I'll see you. I'll be live in like 30 minutes. I'm getting the next stream ready. It's going to be on Q Banks. Should be really good. Exposing his 600,000 plus trade, something like that.